Hello and welcome back, everybody. It is time for some more HoloCure. I got a letter. Okay, so who do we are slowly working on getting. All right, we are at max effort, so to say. Okay. Where's Shion? There's Shion. Yeah, let's try and get cleared. Oh yeah, right. We didn't clear this one yet. We have not cleared this yet. I'll take study glasses. Lasers. So how is everybody doing today? This morning, evening, afternoon, night, depending on where you're going. Who's the guy? I almost forget the button. Increase the power of the garlic. More garlic. More doom. The glasses, we'll take those. More experience. Again, it's just better to get more experience points quicker and faster. How's everyone doing? Wow, hello there, J-Rad of Man Guy. How do you do? I cannot believe you got me with the Rickroll bridge. Like that is a top tier moment right. That was amazing. Getting ready to head out and explore London a bit more. Sounds good. Sounds good. Wish you the best of luck on that. Actually, Jared, I wonder. Does London still have that, like, Godzilla statue they made for Godzilla Kong the New Empire? Okay. I will send you a DM to say, remind me to ask about a thing. I'll send you that right now. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a Godzilla, like, statue somewhere in London. I wonder if they took it down. I'm pretty sure it's in the River Thames or something. Like, I don't know if they took it down, though. Because, like, I feel like it was probably just, like, a promotional thing for the movie. And I'm not the most sure if they would, like, maintain keeping that up. But you never know. You never know. Well. You know, it's kind of weird seeing a thing like that, you know, Black Magic Bolt or something like that. Because in the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the Dark Magician is not referred to as the Dark Magician. Its name is Black Magician. You know, Black Magic. So yeah, so like, anytime I see them that says, you know, Black Magic, I just think of, like, Dark Magic, so like Dark Magician. But, I mean, that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Brainrot. Oh, actually, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't know if you guys follow up the Twitter, which, check out the Twitter if you guys have done so, or just exclamation mark X, should bring that up. Yeah, you gotta calling it X. I was opening a bunch of packs in Master Duel because I actually hit the cap on gems. Because, for, like, the tournament thing, like, the Duel Festival, whatever the heck it's called, I have been using the Loner Exodia deck. Now, keep in mind, the way the Loner Exodia deck works is you have one copy of each of the different each of the different pieces of Exodia. So one Exodia, the forbidden one, the head, one left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg, the forbidden one. And the way the deck works is basically you gotta get the Millennium Ankh to summon what like the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, I think is what it is. Where, yeah, you just make its attack points equal to whatever your life points are, and then you just basically OTK the other person. It's kind of hilarious. Uso got kick. Glow stick. And, like, I've just been using that to just rack up wins. And the funniest part is, like, there have been times where I just bring out, like, one card, like, I just put down, like, Millennium Ankh, person insta-surrenders. I play, like, the Temple of whatever the thing, person insta-surrenders. Because it is a legitimately obnoxious deck to go up against. Like, everyone has the Loner. It is legitimately obnoxious. But at the same time, it gets me wins. So I'm like, I don't care, because I get wins. I get more points, which get me more gems, which gets me more packs. And during the process of that, when they hit the gem cap, I just bought a whole bunch of like in-game packs. And I decided, you know what? Just for the shenaniganery, I'm gonna go buy a 10-pack bundle of, like, the pack that the Egyptian God cards are in. Because why the fudge not? I pulled the Obelisk the Tormentor. I also, in the same series of packs, pulled a Uriah Lord of Searing Flames. So, does we maybe make a Pyro Monster deck? Does we do maybe? I don't know. Does we maybe do? Cause like, I'll be honest, I kind of like the Sacred Beasts a bit more. Like, as a collective, I kind of like the Sacred Beasts more. Because they're a lot more interesting in terms of the way, like, they work. Because they are dark counterparts to the Egyptian God cards. I mean, obviously, Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, is a counterpart to Slifer. Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder, is a counterpart to Winged Dragon of Ra. And what the fuck is the other one? Raviel, Lord of Phantasm, is counterpart to Obelisk. I always forget about Raviel. Because, like, my brother loved Slifer. It was his favorite, so I always remember Uriah, because it's a counterpart to Slifer. And we actually have a Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder card. So, I always remember that one. But I freaking never remember Raviel. Now, it is kind of funny, though, that despite everything, Obelisk is the only one that has a set attack power. And yet Obelisk is by far the best of the 3 Egyptian God cards. Because it's field nuke ability. It can just literally just wipe the field. You know, Obelisk is literally a dumb beat stick. And you know what? It's a dumb beat stick that freaking works. You don't need all kinds of super epic combos when I am literally just, I am going to wipe you out, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. It's just game Jover right there. It's just Jover for you. I don't know, again, I have begun to be infected by the Yu-Gi-Oh! Brainrot. Which is, I mean, the whole reason the Yu-Gi-Oh! Brainrot got to me again is because of Koseki Biju. Because, she did like a collab thing with Master Duel, where she's gonna be dueling Fuamoko. And that reignited the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fascination. So yes, the Brainrot is real. The Brainrot is always real. There is only Brainrot. Hey, Golden Yagu man, let's go. Let's go. Get back here. Get your butt back here. Get your butt back here, Golden Yagu man. Let's go. Ooh, super. What do we got? Come on, give me something good. Yo, super gorillas. I'll take that. Focus Shades. I'll take that as well. I will greatly take that as well. There we go. I'll take those. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I mean, the thing is, it also has given me ideas for some videos, because one thing with the second channel that I want to do is as much as I do love doing the Godzilla videos, I also would like to make other videos on the second channel that are not just about Godzilla. I want to, start like doing some anime stuff in there as well. And because again, the reignited fascination with Yu-Gi-Oh! That has given me several ideas for videos on the second channel involving Yu-Gi-Oh! How exactly will such ideas be implemented? I don't know yet. But we will work on that, and there will be future Yu-Gi-Oh! And Stuff and Things episodes on the second channel. There will be plans. There will be a great deal of many plans. How the plans all work out, I don't know yet. Because I'm just making this up as I go. Glow stick. Glow stick maximum power. Bonk. Kick from above. get some water. That was dumb. That was a stupid. That's really stupid. You know, again, second bolt. Battle song. Yeah, we can get our. Okay, good. We have a 3 bolts now. Hey, Coco. Watch the TV. Behold the TV. Watch the TV. Consume the TV. Allow it to rot your brain. There is only Brainrot's television. There is no escape. After all, is it really Brainrot if we enjoy it? I don't think. I don't think it's Brainrot if we enjoy it. After all, that's why we watch VTubers. We enjoy the Brainrot. Okay, now we're gonna begin the run back. The long walk home. Yeah, basically the whole reason I did this was just because I wanted to try and get a whole bunch of boxes and things. But it seems there were no boxes that spawned in. Valuable Awakened, Ninja Headband, no, we are not taking that. Magic Vortex. We'll go for the Magical Vortex of Magicness. Book. Okay, we need to go get... Yep. Plug-in type Asakoko, I will take those. Now all I need is my fan beam. Oh yeah, right, the Richterette capabilities. They have Richterette capabilities. Oh, right. Warp portals. We got warp portals now. Yeah, portals are interesting. Now you're playing with portals. Kick. I have a feeling you'll get a kick out of this. Well, we did. We certainly did. We certainly got a kick out of that. Bronze Tiara. Okay. Nope. Juice up that. There we go. Idle Song is now maximized level. Meaning we should be able to get our thing soon. And right on cue. Much better. So now I can actually probably go up and get something and some more water. Gonna get blocked by the DPS eject off. That boss should have been SSRB. I have no idea what that is. Super, is it like Super Saiyan Rainbow Bird? I don't know. We'll be fine. We'll be fine by DPS check, boss. We'll be fine. We're always fine. Plus we got, you know, a super special. Oh, the Shishiro Botan fan. Okay. We'll be fine. Fan beam. See that? No, we got our something. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, mostly. We'll be fine. Moai. Moai. Yeah, I'll take that. We have the power of Bibu on our side. We have the power of the Bibu. The unstoppable Bibu. See, by saying the unstoppable Bibu, I just thought of Exodia, and now I just imagine like a freaking... Yeah, Jared. How stupid of an idea is this, but also how funny is it? The HoloLive card games version of Exodia is just the 5 pieces of the Bibu one. HoloLive TCG is just the Exodia is Bibu. Bonk. Get bonked. Get bonked. Get bonked. You will all get bonked. Pulling up his Coco. You know, more like the immovable. I mean, also true. Also true. Well, remember, Bibu is short. Because remember, Bibu is unstoppable. They did not defeat Bibu to capture her and put her in the cell. To capture Bibu, all they had to do was they just had to lure her in with cake. They had to trick her with snacks. So Bibu is unstoppable. The unstoppable Bibu would very much be biblically accurate Koseki Biju. Yep. We'll take that. Rotating book defense shield. Rotating defensive book shields. Moai. No powerful whatnots. She's too again. That's why she's not immovable. She's too easy to carry. Because Bibu's short. She is too easy to pick up and carry. Bibu is travel size. It is very heartwarming that whenever Bibu and Gura go to airports to go fly, because they have to go flying a lot for hololive stuff, they get stopped by airport security because they think they're a lost youngling. It's like, I mean, honestly, I truly do wonder all, like, the shenanigan hijinks that happen because of VTubers at airports. Because the whole thing is supposed to be anonymity. Like, Crony once got stopped when she was traveling for breaking dimensions by, like, airport security. I remember if you haven't looked it up, look it up. It's actually kind of funny. But yeah, no, she got stopped by airport security because they needed, like, okay, make sure I mean, everything was fine, but it wasn't that happened. Which also, by the way, same flight that she was on, Narissa was also on. Like, and Narissa, I think, was in, like, one. What is with this sassy? Exactly, yes. Yeah, basically. I mean, I also just love that, like, Kyla's first reaction to Bibu barging in is just saying, "Security! Lost youngling!" Bibu really is, like, the baby of the group. What is with this sassy lost child? Bibu is a gift. Bibu is a gift for all the world to see. There we go. We'll take that. We'll take our splashy water. We'll take our Wamu water, the JoJo water, the power of Joj. The unstoppable Joj. Warp. We warp. We do a little bit of warping. But you know, like, the whole reason why Crony didn't know that Narissa was on the same flight as her is, as Crony says, she doesn't talk to people. Like, you expect VTubers to socialize with people? Come on, be real. That's the whole reason they're VTubers, specifically not to interact with people in real life. And now, maximum powered Holy Fire. Maximo power! Holy purging flames. It's like, it's just this again. Like, I would love to know all the shenanigans that happen with VTubers when they have to fly places, because you know, there's some horror stories of stuff that happen, like just ridiculously absurd things that just happen. AOE made with flamethrower, basically. It is flamethrower time. It's just cast fireball magic. Just perpetual fireball magic being cast at all times. I fuse these two together. Polymerization. Alright, I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be back in a sec. I need to hydrate. My AoE attack should be fine. Draw me direct. I got the perfect name for HoloLive's version of Exodia. The Bejeweled Cozodia. Get it? The Bejeweled Cozodia. Ah. Like, honestly, despite the fact that Exodia basically does F all in the entire series, I really do like Exodia as, like, a concept. Like, more mileage is gotten out of Exodia by just, like, freaking banishing the cards or having the cards in your graveyard in the anime. Like, you've got Gozoboto Kaiba with Exodia Necros, and then you've got in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you've got Gecko, whatever his name is, Adrian Gecko, I think is what the guy's name is, who uses an Exodios deck, which, I mean, it's an Exodia deck, but the whole deck is based on just getting all the Exodia cards in the graveyard, which also gives you an insta-win. I didn't ask how big the room was, or who it would hit. I said I cast Fireball. Basically, the general description of Sasuke whenever he uses Fireball Jutsu in Naruto. He doesn't care who gets caught up in the literal friendly fire. He just wants to hit things with it. Warp. Teleportals. Teleportals. Warping. Again, we don't even need to move. We can just stay here and have the garlic bounce back and forth for us. We'll go with Psychoax. Psychoactive. Just purge everything. Let the purging flames envelop you. Allow the purging flames to consume your souls. And then everything will be fine and dandy. Do you not agree? Does you not agree, game? Again, all we gotta do is just stand here. We don't even have to do anything. We can just let the fireball takes everything. But I was like, but yeah, I've been using that Loner Exodia deck they give you in Master Duel, and I still don't know how I feel about that part of the Blue Eyes card, because, like, it's an effect monster, but it's an effect monster Blue Eyes White Dragon, but it's not a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, it very clearly, the idea of it is based on Grandpa Moto's Blue Eyes White Dragon that Kaiba rips in half, because he can't have more than 3 copies of the card in the deck, and he destroys so no one can use it against him. But, like, you can't even, like, it has the same stats as a Blue Eyes, but you can't use it for Blue Eyes. Like, it doesn't get treated as a Blue Eyes card. It can't be searched with Blue Eyes cards. It's only compatible, basically, in the Millennium Exodia, hyper-focused deck. So, I don't know. I mean, I like its effect where, oh yeah, if you activate a Millennium Ankh at all during the game, and this card is, because the way the card works is like, oh, you just discard this card, activate Millennium Ankh, you can immediately activate Millennium Ankh. And then if somehow your opponent summons either a level 8 or higher monster, or a monster with 3,000 or higher attack points, you can instantly summon that card from the graveyard, like you summon the Heart of the Blue Eyes from the graveyard. So like, the whole point of it is, oh yeah, well, you just get to like a 3,000 point beat stick. But I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting, to say the least. Meow. 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 But yeah, I mean, I am, like, to a degree, I am glad that it does not fall under Blue Eyes support, because I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with the idea of Blue Eyes White Dragon support cards. Because, for me, the idea of the Blue Eyes White Dragon is, it is power. You know, it is just raw, out-and-out brute force. It is a pure, dumb beat stick. It is literally just a hammer. It exists to bludgeon things into oblivion. And then the Red Eyes was always, like, versatility, tech. You know, it had more support cards, so while in out-and-out power, it's not as powerful as the Blue Eyes, its sheer variability and versatility and, you know, variable responses to various situations and support cards could allow it to become as strong as the Blue Eyes. And then, like, the Blue Eyes has, like, is, like, one of, and then Blue Eyes is one of the most, like, supported cards in the entire game. Like, I think the Dark Magician is the only card that has more direct support cards than Blue Eyes. So I believe that there are a minimum of 15 different cards that specifically list Dark Magician as a card it supports. Like 15 Spell Trapper monsters that specifically aid just the Dark Magician. Which is funny, because Dark Magician decks apparently are, like, not super great. And Blue Eyes is, like, one of the absolute worst. Yes, Blunt Force Trauma Drag. That is literally it. It is a dumb beat stick. The Blue Eyes White Dragon exists to do one thing, and that is hit things. Hit things really, really freaking hard. And I love that about it. It is a dumb, stupid beat stick. The problem is, in the, like, obviously I understand why it has so many support cards these days. Because in the modern day, like, beat stick support, like, beat stick cards are just useless. Like, Konami or Bandai Namco or, like, the people who own Yu-Gi-Oh!, they have been trying for, like, decades to make the Blue Eyes archetype good. Like, they have been trying to do everything they can to make the Blue Eyes archetype just good. And just bare minimum viable. And at every turn, it just has failed. Like, there was, I believe there was one very, very, very specific, like, tournament or something where the ban list blocked so many big things. And at the same time, a whole bunch of new Blue Eyes support cards had just been released. So, like, all the old stuff that was, like, super good just got deleted from existence. And then these new, just insane Blue Eyes cards were being added before the new ban list came out. And it made, like, this one, like, 2-week span of existence where Blue Eyes was the metagame. And it was just that one, like, 2-week stretch. And then after that, off to the Shadow Realm with you. And it has never recovered. Which is a little nice. I like it. That boss intro just tries to turn this bullet heaven into bullet. Yep. That's why for this one I just go for it, Holy Fire, because it deletes everything. Okay. We are almost done with Xion. We are almost done with Xion. Yeah, we'll go for this one. But yeah, now it's like, they have tried for so long to make Blue Eyes work, and it's just, they just can't. And it's kind of sad, because I really love Blue Eyes. Like, I used to hate Blue Eyes when I was younger, because my brother liked it. It was like, oh, well, I'm the younger brother. He likes the Blue Eyes White Dragon archetype. I like the Dark Magician archetype. I must hate Blue Eyes. Like, nah. As I'm like, I really do like the Blue Eyes archetype. Now, a large part of that is helped by the fact that one of my friends growing up actually gave me his, like, a Blue Eye Shining Dragon toy. Like, it's like a foot-long battery power, like, Blue Eye Shining Dragon. There's like a button, like, it flips the wings out and you'll flip back, and I don't know, it was cool. Like, I think it broke, or like it's somewhere in the basement, it's buried and I can't find it. But I have that. It was like, that got me to, like, I mean, also, like, the world was telling me, like, Dark Magician archetype is for you. Because when we went to go see Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Pyramid of Light, the card that I got as a special promo card was the Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Which is, you know, Yu-Gi's basically amped up version of Dark Magician for the movie, which, like, I mean, like, the world was telling you things when that happens. You know, fate decides you will be the one to have this. I still will never get over the fact that my brother got Wadapon from that. Yeah, he got Wadapon. Father got the Blue Eye Shining. Brother's friend acquired the Pyramid of Light. I got Sorcerer of Dark Magic, and my brother got frickin' Wadapon. That is literal definition. Luck of the draw. Absolute non-existent luck of the draw. Which actually reminds me, I'm glad that I mentioned that. Because, for those who do not know, canonically, the Pyramid of Light movie exists in like a weird canon, not canon segment of things, but it takes place like after Battle City. And I'm presently on the Virtual World arc, but Virtual World is set, it's a filler anime only arc, but it is set between Battle City. So right after Battle City quarterfinals is when Virtual World is set, and I am in Virtual World at the moment. Presently, Nesbit is dueling, well, Nesbit just beat Tristan. Because Tristan doesn't know how to frickin' play. That's one thing that I'm so glad actually does happen in the anime. That Tristan lied to Serenity saying, oh yeah, no, I'm the one that taught Joey everything he knows about dueling. And, you know, the question is, like, we never see Tristan duel. Except, like, for that one duel with Nesbit. And it's like, well, if you're so good at dueling, why did you not just enter, you know, Duelist Kingdom? Why didn't you enter anything? It's like, it's a good question. No one ever asked that. And it's like, oh yeah, no, he just tells me, oh yeah, I don't actually know how to play. I'm an idiot. It's like, yes, you are. You are Tristan. hey. Tristan got to come back as you say, because it's the same voice actor in English, so it's like, who knows? Well, so here's a bit of a bad pun, and I know someone's gonna hunt me down for this. Tristan's a great dueler. A duelist. Or so you say. Yep. I went there. Yes, bad puns. Bad puns are the source of my strength. You should have seen me earlier today. There's a hurricane of puns. There's no such thing as a good pun. They're all bad. They're just varying degrees of intensity of badness. And that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Shiakazing. Get deleted. Shiakazing. Fan beam. Lasers. Always laser beams. Always laser beams. Magical laser beams. There are many laser beams. Many laser beams for various things. Your nightly milk would not be helpful for me. I will take Idle Song. Duraw, Credit Cardo. Duraw, Credit Cardo. Which again reminds me, like someday. I remember there was a VTuber that mentioned this. Like they had their credit card looks like they have a custom credit card where like the cover of it is the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like they pull up their credit card and it looks like the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Which I want to get that one day. But there's a story like they said they went out to like they were like going out like somewhere to like discuss business or something with like the thing. I forget what it was. Like they were out like somewhere getting like food, like having discuss things with someone else. Like I forget I forget like the person it was, like who they were discussing the thing with. But basically it was something for like the VTubing stuff they were doing, and they were like getting dinner or something, and they put the card in the thing to pay for everything, and for like 15-20 minutes, like no one came to pick the thing up. They could pick up the check with the credit card in it, and then they realized, wait, is it because it's the Yu-Gi-Oh credit card? They switched it out, and like immediately someone came to pick it up. Again, recommend looking up the actual story later because it's kind of funny. But yeah, no, that's they thought that it was just like they weren't, I don't know, they did think it was actually the thing. A little unfortunate, but also a little funny. A little unfortunate, but also kind of funny. Highly funny. But I would get that at some point. But yeah, just make sure you have a backup is kind of the important thing on that. Because you never know when someone might not realize it's actually a credit card, not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Garlic. I'd go for some garlic bread. Garlic bread, delicious. Which is, sadness apparently set in. So, we had some garlic bread here, a few days ago. No dice I had. Because it all went stale. Because despite having a twisty tie on the thing, to keep the bag closed, evidently, there was a hole in the bag. A small hole that was unforeseen. Thus, it resulted in the bread going stale. Such a waste of perfectly good garlic bread, it caused me significant emotional pain to have to be the one to banish the garlic bread to the Shadow Realm. Because I love garlic bread. It's so good. But it had to be done. The garlic bread needed to be banished to the Shadow Realm. It was stale. Exactly. Exactly. It had to be banished. The garlic bread will never be forgotten. But it had to be banished. Wait, can we also just take a second to appreciate the fact that the whole idea of the Shadow Realm in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was specifically to censor the idea of death in the game, like in the anime, for, you know, the anime and the dub, and yet in doing so, they created a situation that is not even debatable, that is just straight up worse than death. All right, you are forever trapped in a realm of infinite darkness, nightmares, and torment, while your soul is slowly being shredded and consumed by the shadows, alright? That is a fate worse than death. Like, and that probably gave people more nightmares than anything else. Like, I mean, there's some egregious examples of censorship in that series, like obviously the censoring out the hand cannons for, you know, just aggressive pointing. But I'll be honest, I never realized that the dark energy discs that Arcana used in their duel were actually just straight up buzzsaws that were gonna cut your legs off if you lost the duel. I didn't realize that. It's man, again, again, I don't know. It's like, again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Series a little bit weird, but like in the good way. It's one of the reasons I freaking love it. The frig is my plugin type Asakoko? The list says no death. It doesn't forbid existential dread and body horror. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, the funny thing is, like, they still call the graveyard the graveyard. They have, like, the Reaper of the Cards. They still have Zombie Mazio, Call of the Haunted, Foolish Burial. Like, it's like they still have a lot of their cards. Like, they still obviously are, you know, evocative of that. But nah. We're just not gonna say the game end word. Though I feel like I think actually, like, after a while, like, the Japanese side of the series, like, just formally adopted the entire idea of the Shadow Realm after. It's like, oh, it's actually kind of popular. Also, like, it's just a giant freaking meme. Like, I am glad that, like, the whole idea of the, like, I don't know if the Shadow Realm was, like, actually formally adopted into the actual canon eventually, or if it was just, like, that's still because it was there before, they keep including it as callbacks. But I just like it. I think it actually is, like, legitimately very neat that like the Shadow Realm is a thing that exists. Hello there, DTM. Welcome. I'm gonna go check that. Was the Shadow Realm ever, like, actually formally adopted into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series? The Goodbye, Duckman. Avoid the blast zone. Avoid the blast zone from Super Galleon. Also, I feel like I feel like I should say this. I've never actually seen Evangelion. I've never seen it. Some point I probably will. Well, some point I definitely will. Go watch for the second channel. Borgar. Borgar. I require Borgar. What? We got them teleporting tricks. Ha! Subigalion's gone. There we go. Finally, plug-in type Asakoko. Pain in the Asakoko. Shadowrun is an alleged series of places of suffering with people who can be sent to. It was designed by 4Kids Entertainment for this version of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Second Series anime if a death or serious injury would occur. In the Japanese version, the 4Kids version would censor having the victims be sent to the Shadow Realm. Instead, hence the Shadow Realm is regarded as a euphemism for death and other dangerous events in the 4Kids Entertainment series. Shadow Game is ready to take this dimension, also called the Shadow Realm. This dark dimension, so named by Maximilian Pegasus, was formed on the basis of the Shadow Realm in the 4Kids version. When wagering a duel in the Shadow Realm, summoning and maintaining a monster requires energy. More monsters, more energy is good. When you go to the duel, Yami Yugi take over large portions of strength because Yugi, Joey Wheeler makes a duel. Joey would have won if it hadn't collapsed. The concept is mentioned. The concept is mentioned in the episode. It doesn't actually exist in the Japanese. Really? The Shadow Realm is present in the Japanese language version. The anime does not exist in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga and the Japanese version of the anime. However, the concept is basically occasionally mentioned in the so-called World of Darkness. Okay. World of Darkness. There was the soul of Yugimoto was placed as being absorbed by Soul, Prison Card, and Maximilian Pegasus. But the dub, the term is Shadow Realm. The interchangeable with the Japanese equivalent of the dub is okay. Okay, so the World of Darkness and the Shadow Realm are like basically the same thing. It's just that they use it more often in the dub. Okay. Final manga arc is mentioned in the Shadow of Darkness. Could one die in the ultimate Shadow game? Not instead of the afterlife, but instead of void of eternal darkness. Reminiscent of the script of the Shadow Realm. In the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, it mentions the tale of the World of Darkness after losing to Jade and Yuki. Here he met Kakamaru, who gave him the first Shadow Charm mask. Then he returned to Earth as part of the Shadow Riders. He duly left his road with the key spirits to defeat the Spirits of Darkness, his brother previously done. However, he lost to her and was dragged out back himself. For some reason, Crunchyroll subtitles call the World of Darkness and GX the dual monster subs the Shadow Realm. Okay, so like the Shadow Realm does sort of kind of exist. The dub one episode mentions the Crimson Dragon has ties to the Shadow Realm. Purpose. From designs of the Japanese media. Okay, the Shadow Realm literally doesn't exist in the Japanese version at all. Okay. Shadow Realm was created to serve a substitute character dying with the Shadow Game. A fatal wound inflicted by dual monsters, power of millennium item, more physical means. We can definitely soul the Shadow Realm. This permanently existing saying the character is dead. It was established as possible to retrieve the soul from the Shadow Realm. I love how I am just surviving waves of enemies as I'm just freaking reading from a wiki. The Realm is often criticized for sending the dark rest of the show, and for some of the more positive ways in which characters are banished there. Yep, that is true. Though one could argue the opposite is. Intellectual truth is true, is dead who is generally assumed to have ended his sufferings, whereas the Shadow Realm continues to suffer, making the Shadow Realm somewhat of a horror element, which is true. The Shadow Realm's a freaking nightmare factory of freaking torment. Yes, the phosphorus and the sufferings, yes. For example, Yugimoto and Arcade's duel, the loser presents the Shadow Realm. If touched by the dark energy disc, the Japanese version, the disc were simply buzzsaws that would dismember the loser's feet, presumably holding in death from blood loss. On the other hand, if medical assistance was achieved in time, one can survive, unlike the former case. Like Goaz used as Winston Umbra, Skyscraper was famous for its hollow interior. Each duel system has a glass window riddled with a small explosive charge. That was shattered upon losing. The Falcon's version, the duels would fall into a portal to the Shadow Realm. In the Japanese version, the duels simply fall to their death. And this is why Umbra was prepared with a parachute, which he deployed if the window shattered. Yeah, like a freaking coward. Face losing like a man. This is why Umbra was parachute. When Yami American banished his soul, her soul was relocated to another plane in the Japanese version. Okay, so I mean that's actually not really that big of a change because like the Shadow Realm is basically another plane of existence. So like that's not too egregious. When you duel Yami Bakura, sent Bone, Sid, Zygon, all the hell in the Japanese version, and the entertainment version is in the show. I mean, again, basically same thing. Hell, Shadow Realm, basically the same thing. Later, both Bakura as well as Showa and Bakura Raya for the Shadow Realm when they lost to Yami Merrick. For the Japanese version, they were killed. Okay. That's actually one time the censorship actually made sense. So, in the Japanese version, when Yami Merrick dueled Yami Bakura, in the Japanese version, Yami Bakura straight up died. As did, like, actual Merrick, and also regular Bakura. So, I mean, well, then again, like, well, you know, how did regular Bakura come back? Because, like, Yami Bakura's, a piece of him is still inside of the Millennium Puzzle, and as we find out later on in the series, you know, Yami Bakura is also Zorak Necrophanes. Or Zorak Necrophanes. So, you know, he is literally like darkness and evil incarnate. Like, he is, like, from the world of darkness. Like, he is the world. Like, the world that was made by Hammer. He is from it. So, like, you can't kill him. That makes sense. And, and Merrick, like, a piece of him, like, was still inside of, like, Taya, because he brainwashed her. So, like, he still has an out. But then regular Bakura doesn't. But, like, the Shadow Realm actually made sense in that case. Like, that's one time the Shadow Realm legitimately does fix a bit of a problem in the Japanese version. So I'll give the censored version that, like, they actually kind of fix something. Yeah, sometimes the Shadow Realm produces darker themes in the Shadow Realm. Whenever a rare hunter lost a duel, you would take over the mine once he was finished. Merrick would send the Shadow Realm without mercy, whereas the Japanese version, the rare hunter would be knocked out. Some fans would argue the Shadow Realm is worse than being killed, since characters sent there are subject to eternal torment rather than a peaceful afterlife when killed. Yeah, exactly. The focus version also tends to leave out these details while still showing the participants in pain when the body is affected. This is similar to the problem of hell in some relation with resistance. Hell is gratuitous suffering can cause a reprobate seeming incompatible with the level of God who God's life and annihilate them. Yes. Tie the concept together with the show's conclusions. Our concurrence is credited as creation of the Shadow Realm in the dub. Some characters have pulled out the Shadow Realm in the dub, and the anime localized the videos. Yeah. Yeah, like, that is one thing that doesn't make sense. Is, if in the Japanese version characters straight up die, how can they come back to life? So, like, I mean, again, the Shadow Realm, as dumb as the Shadow Realm actually kind of is, it does legitimately fix a few of, like, the issues, quote-unquote issues, of, like, the storytelling of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there are inconsistencies. I mean, I like it. I like that. Known residents, Kaiba, sent there twice. Ghost Kaiba sent there twice. He is a returning customer. He's a return customer. Oh yeah, right. Doot Eternal. We have that. Yeah, exactly. Like, they actually, like, they legitimately fixed an issue. Because again, I will say, I do legitimately like the idea of the Shadow Realm. It could just be because I grew up watching, you know, the 4Kids dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! So for me, the Shadow Realm was always a thing. If a large was something that could make it 2 cannons that can't agree with the afterlife, I would have a large issue. Well, exactly. Because, like, the thing is, we know the afterlife does canonically exist within Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally, the end of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, like, the end of the first, well, technically second anime, is after Yugi and Atem duel. Atem goes to the afterlife. He is finally able to rest in peace. So we know canonically there is an afterlife. And then, like, later in the Dark Side of Dimensions, Kaiba straight up travels there just to duel Atem one last time. So, like, it does exist. Does that mean, like, you could just come and go from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Afterlife at will? Well, no, you can't, because, like, Kaiba, he, like, first tries to go to the Afterlife plane of existence to go duel at him. And, like, if they hadn't stopped him before he finished it, he would have died. He wouldn't have come back. So, like, you know, you can't come back to the Afterlife in Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. But yeah, no, Shadow Realm legitimately is the ultimate Giga Chat. Despite its, like, censorship, like, original design, it actually does fix some of the issues. I mean, but there is, for as much as we rag on 4Kids for censoring things, this is very much a case of nice job fixing it, villain. Because ultimately, they did kind of fix Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, a few things on it. Like, a few things. Because it just overall makes a bit more cohesion. A little bit more cohesion. By keeping more consistent internal things. Doot Eternal, we have the power of the Doot. The freaking trumpet stamp. The most powerful stamp in existence. All I gotta do is actually, I just gotta upgrade my whammy water one more time. And then... Kyla gear. We have the power of the Kyla, the only thing the Koseki Bijou fears. Yeah, we got this. There we go. We got more, and then we just gotta get a thing. Yeah. Just got one more, and then we get Frozen Seas. Eternal Flame Spam. I mean, I know, again, it's like, I do legitimately think, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is... But yeah, okay, this is also another subject of a future video for the second channel. I will be comparing the Pokemon anime and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime to their respective games. So I will at some point plan on that happening. Because I do legitimately think there is a lot that could be discussed with it. I think it could make it for a fun video. Because, again, I would like to have the second channel talk more about, you know, stuff than just Godzilla. The channel, like, the second thing... In kind of the same way that this channel was never meant to be subsumed purely by Pokemon, the second channel was not meant to be purely, completely, totally subsumed by Godzilla. It was meant to be, like, heavily based with it. Because Godzilla is based. But it wasn't meant to be, like, you know, 110% Godzilla. It was meant to be, like, maybe, like, 50% Godzilla, 50% other stuff. I mean, we'll work on that stuff in time. That stuff in time will happen. That'll happen in time. More rapid fire, literal rapid fire. As our whirlwind books. You cannot get through my impenetrable wall of book. The impenetrable wall. Behold the sheer power of their flatness. Their sheer flatness will repel you. There are several jokes that can be made. We are instead going to not make them. We are a highbrow channel here. So we don't make jokes like that. We are a highbrow kind of thing.
Gion becoming American and throw the book at him. What are you talking about? Americans don't read. Americans don't know how to pick up a book.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten another golden, we have not gotten a golden, thing in a while. Alright, it is Spider Chama time. Oh, apparently I don't pause the game to get an eyelash out of my eye, and I died. Wow. Brilliant. I mean, yeah, it is. It is a bit of a weird one. It is a bit of a weird one. I mean, like, every culture has its own weird idioms. Every culture's got it. Like, because the thing is, like, I believe like the point of idioms is that they make sense only in the language. Half an hour gone for not even a minute. It was like probably like 20 seconds, if that. Because like, if you've ever had an eyelash in your eye, you understand why it is so infuriating. Like you could, whenever you blink, like you could feel it like rubbing against your eye. It's irritating. And not only that, like you can actually feel like your eye is starting to tear up in water a bit more. Your eye is trying to get the thing out because you think it's dust. Like no, it's an eyelash. And I've noticed a lot lately. I've been getting a lot more eyelashes in my eye lately. I don't even know how. I don't know how they keep getting in my eye. But just somehow they do. Book rotation powers. Rotate to keep me safe. Do it for eyeball. I believe it is just balding. Eismanbald? Instead of Asmonbald, it's Eismanbald. Some language has to have one, maybe. I mean, like, there's language that have a word for the day after tomorrow. Like, we need to bring back that word. Like, there used to be an English word for the day after tomorrow. It's called overmorrow, but we don't use it anymore. Why? It's such a helpful word. It's such a helpful word. One shot. Get one shot, nerd. Focus shades. The shades that do be focusing. Yeah.
Okay, so now that I mean, we've been doing a lot of like streams like super late at night or super early in the morning. It's been really interesting. It's been really interesting series of events as of late. Now again, this is not going to be the usual schedule. This is only this way purely because the awkward circumstances of this weekend. After this, it is not going to be the case anymore, and we will be instead, having more, normal, generalized, better, down-to-earth system for the channel things. Back to the usual. But yeah, all these homonyms making you take a minute, check every little detail. Exactly. The English language is weird. English language is not a language. It is four languages in a trench coat. I wish I could take credit for that phrasing. I cannot. That is from the Lore Lodge, which is one of the many channels that I at some point need to get back to watching. Because there were a lot of just funny as heck videos they made. And I think they cover like cryptid stuff. I love cryptid things. Like a few. Actually, here's the thing. Exactly, it is. Like it's like I know at minimum it is 3, because English borrows from French. It borrows from like German. Borrows from Latin, like directly from Latin, and also indirectly through French. And I believe the 4th is like the native, like I guess like Celtic languages, or like the native languages of the people who like lived in the UK lands. Norwegian, like really Norwegian? Okay, I guess like it. But, it's like there's so many languages. Like English is like just a language of loan words. It is a freaking patched together quilt of nonsense, which is why it is like such a confusing as heck language. Because it literally, it's not a bug, it's a feature. It was designed. It wasn't designed with like clear structure in mind. Unlike other languages which actually have like a lot of structure to them, this one doesn't. And it really shows. It really shows. Which is one of the reasons why people in English don't speak no good. Well, among other things. Among a series of other things. Can a king sleep? Like that. I'll take that. More power. More power. Mogo John power. Mango Jam. Focus shades. Beautiful shades. Power focus. Yeah, I don't think we don't need our upgrades really. We'll be able to easily beat Hachima. Oh, Splitter coming in. Oh, yeah, apparently they're actually making Tarantula Hachima merchandise now. Because Mume was saying like she said like she should get it like the merch for free because she is the one that created Spider Hachima. Which, I mean, it's hard not to, it's hard to argue with her logic. I mean, she is not wrong. She is the origin of Spider Chama. So, like,
Compared to that, Finnish is easy. We just say a word as it's written, have hundreds of forms of each of them, so you grow into wait. So you have like, why do you have so many like just duplicates of words? Why do you have so many duplicates of words that are like? That's. I mean, I guess that is better than having like 50 bajillion different rules that just don't make. Oh, different rules. Okay. I guess that's probably better than, you know, English, where it's like things don't make sense. Let's say even. Like, if you wanted to say even with my dogs, that's just a single word. So, like German, how, like, German things are, like, an entire sentence is one word. Or is that not correct? Because I know, like, with the German language, like, everything just, it translates, like, literally, like... Okay, so it's like this, it's basically the same thing, okay. The whole sentence is just one freaking word. Good. In school, do you guys have those your essay must be X number of words long? Because, like, we would get that occasionally here, where it's like, your essay must be at least, or, like, cannot exceed this many words. Okay, so it's just the American education system being dumb. Got it. I had a feeling it was that, but now it is confirmed. Now it is confirmed, Ed. There were so many ways that people would just, like, cheat that system of, oh, you have to have this many words, is they would just add in all these, like, and the teachers were even aware of it, that people would use basically filler words. They were words that would add nothing to a sentence, or people would just simply come up with a sentence and then rewrite the sentence just to make it take more words to say something, so they could shorten the overall essay rather than come up with multiple different sentences. Like, it's so counterintuitive. Like, what's the point? If the point is to attempt to get the humans to learn, what you are doing is teaching them to not do it. You are then again, maybe that's the intention. Maybe the intention is to get them to want to short corners. Can't imagine why, though. Hey, hit rate up. Let's go. Hit rate boost. Hit rate boost. Spider cooking. Again, I can think of no more fitting thing than that for Hachima stage. Also, thank you for correcting me on my mispronunciation of Hachima. Thank you for correcting my mispronunciations of such the name. I now no longer mispronunciate Hachima. To be written in the way that it is clearly just to be seen as less obtuse. Exactly. But you know, like that's the one thing about, I just always found it funny, is like, you guys don't have nonsense things like that. You guys are lucky. Your guys' education probably actually prepared you better. You can't get me. You can't get me, Super Galleon. Yo, let's go. I will take all of those. We have winter temperatures that will make your face good. Yeah, it gets pretty heckin' cold in Finland. So they need to teach you guys to be smart there. If you dropped like 1,000 Americans, like 1,000 like American students like in the Finnish thing, they wouldn't know how to do. They wouldn't. Like, you guys, the Poles, you guys are just built different. It's terrifying, which is why I'm glad you're allies. At least the good thing is that them still, yeah, you're too numb to know it's too late. You're too numb at that point. It's a very dark comfort in that way, where it's like, yeah, if I'm gonna go out this way, I know at least I won't feel it. You know, and then it's, you know, you get the story of, like, you know, the average Finnish person, Simo Hoya, average Finn. Spider cooking. I am not taking Holo. I am not taking Holo. I am not stupid. Okay, I am stupid, but not that stupid. Rat. Dodge and evade. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Retro boosters. Retro boosters. Moai. Get out of Moai. Return to Easter Island, Bibu. Your people need you. Your pebbles require. Your pebbles require assistance. It's gonna be really interesting to see what happens if and when Caillou adds Advent. Like, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait. Like, I would be very curious what all the characters' abilities would be. Because my thing is, how the frick are they going to implement Fuwamogo? How are they going to implement Evil Twin Fuwawa and Mogo-John? Moai, no problem, exactly. Well, all you gotta say is, rock on. Moai. Hello there, you have trouble. Welcome, welcome. How do you do? Hope you are doing goodly. Hope you are doing goodly. We are stuffing things. I'll get that. I feel you on that. I absolutely turbo feel that. I don't know how long we are gonna. I think this may or may not be our last run of the day, depending on stuff and things. But we will be. We will hopefully. Yo, we'll get. hopefully we can get Shion to max level by the end of this, and then, you know, if we're not, we'll go for a run of, I don't know, like Coco or someone like that. Speaking of Coco, actually we'll go Coco, yeah. Speaking of Coco, second channel, Max Allo. The most recent video on the second channel is about Kiryu. Not about Coco Kiryu, you know, the dragon of Hololive. It is about the Mechagodzilla called Kiryu. And why Kiryu is literally the most tragic character ever. No, not Kiryu Kazuma. Though, here's the thing, Juka. I made that joke to my friends, which is, meet Kiryu, Kiryu meets Kiryu, and I just send a gif of Kiryu Mechagodzilla, Kiryu Kazuma, and Kiryu Coco. And, no, not Kiryu. God damn it. Oh, no, Kiryu from Godzilla, which is the name of the third Mechagodzilla, because apparently, Kiryu in Japanese can also mean machine dragon, which is honestly a fair... Which, you know what? That's a fairly accurate name to call Mechagodzilla, machine dragon. So, like... yeah, that works. And the joke that I would send to my friends, I would send them a gif of Kiryu Coco, Kiryu Kazuma, and Kiryu Mechagodzilla, say Kiryu meet Kiryu. And like I kind of wanted to make like that SpongeBob meme of like, you're Kiryu, he's Kiryu, I'm Kiryu. Are there any other Kiryus I should know about? I kind of wanted to make that, but I never got around to doing it. Yeah, Ryu is dragon. I guess Ki also means like machine, or like can mean machine. Yes, the original, yes, Ryu is dragon. That's why Ryu from like Street Fighter, his name is literally dragon. Is literally dragon. Literally Durgaron. Literally Dargrons. Hey, Scars, how you doing? It's doing okay enough. Kiryu, the teacher from Kazakh stepped into the room. There are other Kiryus. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I will. You on tonight? Yes, I am on tonight. It is very, very fortunate that of the 4 or 5 days that my father is here in town. Actually, no, 4 days. Of the 4 days that father is in town, I had 3 of them off. That was not at all intended. Sunday is the only night that I work. Oh, you're coming back to the store. Also, you missed us. We missed you too. We require your legs. We can't reach the high boxes. We do not have the high ground DLC that you were born with. I'm back to digging up Kiryus. An old boss tells me I either stay or I'm leaving to a different store. Yeah, so are you floating, or is like this like your permanent, non-permanent location now? Once again, I guess I probably should say. The end curse. Hey, triple. Let's go. I'll take that. Ian Scuff. Merge with Spider Cooking. To form Black Hole of Doom. I summon Black Hole of Doom. Tempat, hours run until... Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds has Kiryu. Oh my gosh, there's more Kiryus! And also one who's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Even better. Oh yeah, Scars. You didn't hear, but I mean, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Addiction has gotten worse because I pulled one of the God cards last night / this morning in Master Duel. I pulled Obelisk the Tormentor when opening up some digital packs. Which is funny because as I like Slifer, I like the Winged Dragon of Ra most because like it's kind of sometimes considered a machine monster, and it's a giant. No. Amusingly, Obelisk is actually the best. I believe of all of them, Obelisk, like, of all, like, the actual regular form Egyptian god cards, Obelisk saw by far the most use. Now, of the Egyptian god card archetype, the card that saw the most usage was the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. But that's Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. That's not the Winged Dragon of Ra. The entire reason Sphere Mode. Well, yeah, no. It is specifically because of Sphere Mode. They don't use Winged Dragon of Ra proper, and they don't use Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix. They just use Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. Because Sphere Mode lets you sacrifice your opposing person's monsters to summon it. And then, because you don't have Winged Dragon of Ra or Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix in your deck, it can't activate its second effect, which is, summon the Winged Dragon of Ra, which will create another target on yours that has 0 attack points. And is literally just a life point drain. If it just stays Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode, it consumes a monster slot on their side. They literally cannot attack with it. They can't, like, I don't believe they can actually tribute summon with it. And, like, it can't defend their life points. You literally just decapitate one of their 5 monster zones. It's so rude. Well, that's actually funny, Trouble. Because in the original idea design for the manga, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was never supposed to be just about a card game. The entire idea of the original, like, concept for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was that it was going to be a whole bunch of different games. But it was just that Duel Monsters, like, that part of it became so popular. Hey, we got Shio, nice. That just became so popular, they just ran with it for the rest of existence. Yep, it was supposed to be Game of the Week. Yep. Well, again, like, it's so strange to imagine Kaiba as just, like, he was meant to be a villain of the week. Like, I liked Dungeon Dice Monsters. Like, I thought Dungeon Dice Monsters was pretty cool. I never knew much about, like, capsule monsters. But, like, I mean, I thought Dungeon Dice Monsters was pretty neat. I thought it was neat. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. It's got its problems. If you're curious, look into getting the early days of collection. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it does explain why Summon Skull is deliberately based on, like, I believe it's like Summoned Demon in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I feel like that may have been better, but I feel like also at the same time, it would be like designing the entire card game. And also coming up with the other games. Because, like, the thing is, fundamentally, in the end, things like Dungeon Dice Monsters and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Capsule, well, and Duel Monsters and Capsule Monsters, they all kind of boil down to using, like, the same monsters in just different settings with just different point values. So ultimately, it's kind of one of those things where we will never know what the original could have been like. Because by the same token of seeing like, oh yeah, it would have been so cool to have the series keep going with different other games. By the same logic, if the show continued on with other games, none of those games would have ever gotten anywhere near any real amount of like depth and development that the actual like in-series Yu-Gi-Oh card game got. So and honestly at that point people would probably think it would have been really cool if they focused on one of those particular games and like made it an actual thing. So it's kind of sort of a grass is always greener type situation, I believe, which amusingly is actually kind of the topic of discussion for the next video on the second channel. Not about Yu-Gi-Oh! It is about something in the Monsterverse. But that is actually very much the point of discussion for the next Monsterverse video we're doing. Because it is a very interesting thing to think about. Yes, had something very early on in the series been different, ultimately, could we have gotten a different, possibly better product? Or was the reason the series achieved the success it did due in part to that hyper-specialized focus, and deviating from that, you wouldn't have been able to keep the audience? So yeah, again, it's and that's again kind of the main reason why we're doing that as the discussion for one of the next videos on the second channel. Is I think it is a very important thing to discuss. Is the grass truly always greener on the other side, or is it once again speculation and theorizing that not even theorizing, hypothesizing, because when you create a hypothetical of something, it is always individually tailored to you and what you like more than anything else, which often leads to it being more appealing. That is true. There are definitely spin-off examples. But as said, if they did the spin-off, where they focused just on the duel monsters, would the creator have been able to focus on creating a new game of the week for, every installment, and at the same time also had the creativity to create all the cards and the monsters and everything? Like, that's what I'm saying. Because it wasn't like you had like a team of people back then designing everything. It was one guy, basically. Because the card game was created around the manga, which is one of the reasons why there is so much inconsistencies in the early days. Because it was all basically just one guy just coming up with things. There was no, hard set codified rules. It was never meant to be that. Where, coming up with all of that on the fly, and then coming up with other games, that may have been way too much for one person to handle, and as a result, you'd have, people outside of it getting involved, likely to help, keep up and things. But then at that point, you're diluting the talent pool, you're getting away from the original creator, things will lose that personal touch that made it what it was. That's what I mean by, like, it's a grass is always greener situation. Because there is no possible way to have the depth of the game as we see it today, and every other game having its own, dedicated time and development. It's just, you know, one guy would not be able to really do that. Or if they did, it would have taken years to get, like, really anywhere. I mean, a good example, to a degree, kind of this is look at JoJo, where, you know, with some of the JoJo stuff lately, they're kind of just, like, going back to having characters using abilities that, like, oh, it's just a different universe. We're bringing this character back, and they got the same abilities as the character from the previous dimension, in the previous universe. Because coming up with ideas like that with, you know, unique powers and everything, that is pretty difficult. Because you have to create the scenario, create the setting, and then create all the monsters and characters around that so they all flow and work together. If you're doing that with, you know, vastly different settings and no common element themes, it gets a lot more difficult. That's why one of the advantages of having everything be, you know, dual monsters. When you know, okay, the whole series is going to be dual monsters, then, okay, we can put together, this is what the stats and the powers of these things are to maintain internal consistency and radically streamline the process. But if you're coming up with stuff on the fly, you're kind of going to end up with some butt pulls when it comes to things. Actually, a great example like that butt pull, and, you know, how it negatively affects a story, is Naruto. There's a good amount of butt pulling for, like, story elements and fixing things, and it really shows. Again, I love Naruto as a series. I think it's, like, really fun to watch. I enjoy it, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The way they beat Madara is really dumb. And, like, the big, grand, super, extra, ultra Mama Tango Foxtrot, ultra, mega, super boss villain, they come out of nowhere. And it's like, when you got all this stuff going on, you kind of get stuff like that. Another time when Araki rode himself into a corner and had to make a Jotaro stand. Yep, basically. Like, that's kind of what would happen. Like, again, not to the same degree, but a situation like that is what the Yu-Gi-Oh manga likely would have run into had they kept doing the new game of the week theme, more or less, where everything would just kind of have to run up to a quarter OBS. Because that's one of the good things about Yu-Gi-Oh as it is now, is by having the whole series be one singular unified game, they can have it be, oh yeah, well, a Tem can always win, because he just simply knows his deck so well, and he knows how to play so well, mixed with a little bit of, you know, he can influence fate, that he is able to conceive of any card combination to allow him to win. As opposed to, I have just started playing this game, I have never played it before, and I have instantly mastered it in 5.6 seconds. That's actually one thing I really like about Dungeon Dice Monsters, is in the anime, you see Yugi, like, typing on the little keyboard to, like, look up the rules and look up, like, the instructions and everything. I like that. Like, you can actually see him, like, type, like, okay, I don't think they show that in the manga. From what I've read, I don't think they do. But it's a nice little detail. And I don't think they would have quite done that. Again, if they had every single thing, it'd be like a new game of the week. So, again, it's a grass is greener type situation. But I do think it is legitimately interesting, this thought experiment. I managed to shop myself into a corner about a week ago. Uh-oh. Now there's a weird plot holes, and after explaining, like, oh yeah, I forgot this and remembered I had to
I played everyone else forgot as well. Yeah. Well, again, I do love they actually explain the whole heart of the cards thing. Imagine Yuki being in trouble because he didn't. Yeah, exactly. Like that more or less, again, it does present an interesting thing about, you know, how different would the series have been had it been doing a new game of the week. But I also think you'd be writing yourself into a lot of issues otherwise. So, again, grain of salt. But I mean, I think for better or worse, we got maybe not the best possible future out of it, but we got the better future than if Duel Monsters was just kind of dropped out of existence after a while. I bought a whole chicken and chips and everything, and then the fryer worked nicely. And I got a text from my doctor that I had to follow a healthy diet for the next 30 days and also take these tests. That's not good. That's not good. That's a very unfortunate thing to leave off on. I have to go get some more water. These didn't get tonsillitis, drinking soup. Drinking soup off a straw? How does that even work? How do you consume soup via straw? I just... How does one consume soup via straw? You'd think there would be too many obstructions. Healthy diet for 30 days would just end me now, bro. Just take me out of existence now. I can't deal with it. You blend it very well. That just sends shivers up. That I would not want that. That is not a very cash money way of doing things. Tonsillitis is a possibility, and you can barely drink without feeling pain, so you gotta stay just sending stuff down your throat. Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. That's why I'm glad I never got tonsillitis. Yeah, I never had tonsillitis. I never got my tonsils removed. The worst that ever happened was I had one wisdom tooth. And that had to be yoinked out of my skull. There you go. I'm glad that you managed to beat it. Would you like to answer? Oh my gosh! That should not be allowed. That should not be allowed. They should not be able to say, have you done our customer service survey? Because that is going to cause people panic. Like, that is not okay, hospital people. That is not a cash money decision. Who's Tom Scott? Who's Tom Scott? That name sounds vaguely familiar. I've heard the name sounds familiar. Like, okay, I don't know who a lot of people are. The guy that is in places and explains them. I mean, there's a lot of people who go to places and explain places. Unless it's like that's a specific series that he does. The explain or? The explain or? Does he explain spleens? Just have been able to. Okay, I will do that after stream. Like, okay, at work, someone said like the name of some actor. Like, I think he's the guy who played like the genie in the original Aladdin. The guy who played Teddy Roosevelt in the Night at the Museum movies. I forget what the actor's name is. But then, oh yeah, they said like you know this guy? Is it who? And then you did not just say who. Who's that? I don't know. I don't know my name. The guy whose presence alone. Wait, Juki, you're explaining that. You're explaining the volcano bit. I have to see this. You're explaining that right now. I'm sorry, chum buds. I must vaporize you. Robin Williams, that guy. That's the guy. That's the guy I didn't know who it was. So how do you know how people sometimes explain something and have a green screen of the image? Yes. I'm assuming this guy actually like flies to the place and does like in-person thing, like a proper Giga Chad does. Didn't get the memo. So he's a Giga Chad then. He's a Giga Chad. Okay. I like this person. This man is a certifiable Giga Chad. He has the seen real lava on his bucket list. Went to an island now 3 times, I think. Every time. Oh my god. That is amazing. 3 times he has gone to an active volcano, and 3 times it has stopped. Holy crap, man has like plot armor of life. Like, I'm remembering at work, one of the other people was talking about how there is proof
that reality does not exist, that we're not even in, like, that we do not live in a real world. We don't even live in a simulation. We all just live in a giant D&D game, and it's a test to see how much absolute BS can people tolerate before they just give up on everything. With just sheer ridiculousness and absurdity, which honestly, the more and more I see of the real world, the more I believe it. And you must remember, chatters, we is not human. We are a several tens of millions of years old dinosaur. So to say we have seen a lot is quite something. And that is the first man to make sense of anything in my millions of years of existence. It would certainly explain a great deal. How the frick does he maintain doing that and not just have jet lag 24/7? By the time he adopted a cat-based. But Robin Williams, I can't stop mixing his name with Robbie Williams. Who's Robbie Williams? Who are these people? I don't know names. I don't know names of you humans. You humans. A singer. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really narrow things down because there's been a great deal of them. Toast the sapling. All cousins of Robbie Rotten. Is that a serious or is that a joke? Are you serious or is that a joke? Because I can't tell. And like, if it's true, that'd be funny. If it's not true, either way, it's still funny. Okay, okay. You gotta remember, Ruby, I am probably going to be going to sleep in like half an hour. My brain is not working at anywhere near full capacity. Brain no think so good. No, it is not because our dinosaur brains are small. Our dinosaur brains are actually very dense when it comes to neurons. We can pack about as much brain power into a much smaller space than you humans. Dust means we still get tired. Understandable, you play as Fubuki. Well, I mean, we're not exactly. We're going for 100%. We're going for 100%. We've already gotten max rank on all of Hollow Myth, all of Hollow Council, and I'm just working on Fubuki right now because honestly, I like Fubuki's skin. I found a video I was talking about. Okay. Yes, only moderators and administrators, which is me, can post links. YouTube does not allow regular chatters to post links. It is to prevent people from posting spam links and links to NSFW places. I mean, YouTube does a lot of not smart things. This is one of the times they did a strategic smart. This is one of the times where YouTube actually did a tactical smartening. So wait. What did you mean by understandable? I'm playing as Fubuki. What exactly did you mean by that? What exactly did you mean by that? Cause I don't know. Please elaborate. Fubuki fans are a hive mind. I mean, to be fair, aren't like the fans of most like VTubers like hive minds anyway? Like, isn't that like how most VTubers are? Like most VTuber communities are just hive minds.
Oh, now that I wanna ask, since we talk.
Isn't that like how most of them are? There we go.
A few years ago, I got a message from an ex, and it said,
There you go. Hello there, Ame. Hello there, Ms. Butt Stomper. We were busy finding a Tom Scott video in the meantime. Oh, I've seen this guy's video before. I recognize this guy. There we go. No, it's mostly for the petite girls. Take it from me, a crony fan. I'm not a hive mind. I think it's the Vasaga's cut. I mean, you're not wrong. Tim, yes. I have not done any more Metal Gear Revengeance yet. I have not done any more of it for reasons supposed to be used. I mean, that would explain a lot. I mean, Beep, the pebbles are a hive mind. I speak from experience as a pebble. That is true. That is a true statement. He's right, but he's out of line. Alright, I mean, that's thank you everyone for tuning in. If you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more, and you're not wrong. What did this do? Well, the thing is, a hive mind wouldn't communicate. Cause like a hive mind, like, cause hive minds don't have like individual thoughts. It is like the second one thing makes an observation, all of them also observe it, I think. And that's how it works. I'm gonna screenshot that thing. I think it's mostly a hive mind thing. Crony fan, that's but I'll see you guys next time. Oh, how am I keeping something outside? I mean, I also just speak with the voice of Legion. You have issue comprehending the human might not know how to. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll see you guys at No, I will see you guys Monday. Cause today is Sunday right now. And yeah, we'll figure stuff out. We are the figuring out of stuff and things. I'll see you guys then. Bye. Yeah. Bye. The hive mind getting angry and causes already told 7 humans before you can't understand how you don't know it. Massive hipsy, uh-oh, it's just a shirt with wings. I'm sorry, what? And that's how we're ending off. I'll see you guys next time. Again, don't forget to subscribe for more.
Leave a like on the stream. Maybe tomorrow we do some Master Duel. Maybe.